Hey, what is up everybody? So today I'll be bringing you guys a commentary on how to play Shen top. So Shen is one of my favorite champions in the fucking game. I've been playing Shen forever. Last season I played him support, this season I play him top and jungle. And his jungle is just getting better and better. Right now in the PvE they have his E as being able to taunt neutral minions. Basically what that means is when you E on minions right now, it does not taunt them, and soon it will. So that'll be a nice buff to Shen for the jungle. What I want to get started with is just the masteries and runes, something simple to give you guys something to work off. So I'd go 12-0-18, and for Keystone, go Grasp with the Undying. And the reason you want to go Grasp with the Undying on Shen is pretty simple, because you E in and they're on the taunt, you get their autos off, and you automatically proc that, so you can always just keep trading like that, and you'll come out ahead almost any time you play that. So it's super good on him. Definitely recommend it. And then for summoner spells, I would just do teleport, flash. Some people like ghost and ignite top, which I'm just not a big fan of. If it works for you, it works for you, great. But if you have never played Shen, just go teleport, ignite, flash, teleport, flash, just to be safe. Gives you that safety of lane if you don't do that well to build a teleport back in. And I mean, ignites if you're really aggressive, and Shen's not that aggressive of a champion. He gets good trades, but he's hard to follow up with, so I can see that's why you'd go ghost, but I wouldn't recommend it. Just keep going teleporting, flash. It's the best way to do it, and it gives you more team fight in the late game. So in the runes, personally I just go armor, magic resist, health, like super tank. Some people do all sorts of crazy shit with them. I see crazy runes all the time. So I mean, you could go attack speed, you go attack damage marks. Yeah, you just kind of go whatever you want for runes. I mean, as long as it has health and it has armor and has magic resist, and AD, you can't really go wrong with it. So I mean, it's simple. Just runes are kind of just basic. It's up to you. And then for builds, so Sunfire Cape is a must-have on Shen, no matter who you're playing against, unless it's a full AP Shen, like full AP team. Even then, sometimes I might build the Sunfire Cape because it's such a strong item on Shen. Because you're in the fights for so long, like Shen will not fucking die. Shen is one of those champions when you're playing against, and you're just like, what the fuck is this tank? This is fucking stupid. And that is Shen. Like, that's his core build is all tank. You almost never build damage on Shen unless you're just having a really super heavy, like, just winning game. But yeah, so if you're going against like a full AD team, or like a main AD team, or like all their heavy damage output is AD, I'd go Ninja Tabby, Sunfire Cape, Omen, and then kind of build from there. And then if it's against an AP team, I'd go Spirit Visage, Sunfire Cape, Mercury Treads. Even if it's a full AD team, if they have a lot of CC, sometimes I even recommend going Mercury Treads. Just, it's obvious like why you do that. It's just really strong. Sometimes Ninja Tabby won't even be the best on him because your W already blocks auto attacks. So, and that Ninja Tabby's passive blocks 10% of damage from basic attacks. So sometimes you don't even need those anyways. If you want to go a tanky, like damage, like higher damage per second, if this is like a build I'd only recommend if you're fed. Frozen Mallet and Wit's End, along with like Spirit Visage, Sunfire Cape, and Thornmail, and Merc Treads is pretty good. If you don't like Frozen Mallet, you can always exchange it with a Bork. And the Frozen Mallet keeps you on targets, so you're more sticky. Because Shen does have some problems with being sticky to his targets. And then combinations with Shen, I really recommend going E, Q, and then after, like, don't proc your W as soon as you get on them. Proc the W once the E expires, and then they start doing full damage auto attacks. Reason for this, obviously, is you'll negate more damage. And then once you get your Grasp of the Undying proc, I'd get out. And then just keep trading like that over and over. And Shen's a monster. I was playing against this Volley Bear earlier today, and this guy just must have been the biggest pleb in NA ever. He had like 113 farm, and I had like 280 at 30 minutes, and I was just like, oh man, this guy. But yeah, it's a super good game. And then another way to trade with Shen if you're behind. So this is one of the easiest, like, free damage, like, holy shit, Shen's a god, like, things about him. So if they're kind of like pushing, you're having to farm under tower, and they're cleaning up the minions that are coming out, E to them, walk back to your tower, and since they're taunted, they'll follow you into the tower. Most of the time you'll be able to get them to at least take one tower shot, but sometimes you can get two off. And I mean, sometimes I pick up kills like that. Pretty easy to do. It doesn't take much. But yeah, that's super good to do. So I'd recommend doing that. And then don't forget, when you're playing Shen, just keep a lookout on your team. There's that sidebar on top of your minimap, shows you the health. If you're seeing someone's health drop really quick, just move your minimap to them real fast, see if they need help. If not, then don't. Because I mean, even if you're in a position where, like, let's say I'm laning against the volley bear, right? And I know he's gonna flip me out on my ult. I can still at least get that shield off onto my teammate, even if I'm gonna get flipped out of the ult. So even then, you'll get the assist gold. Your teammate will live, possibly, hopefully. I mean, if you're ulting, I'm assuming that you want them to live. Yeah, don't forget, even if it's not the smartest time to use your ult and you won't get you there, at least you can do it for the shield. And then if you don't want to teleport with the ulti, you can also just click out of it so you're not teleporting your E out of it. I do that quite a bit if I'm just trying to get my teammate the shield so they can live that fight. Kind of like a Soraka ultimate. So I hope you guys enjoy.